Hi.
My name is Dave.
And I caught the dip again. I thought it was the low. It was just another wick. Saw it on the 5-minute, heart skipped a beat. Formed a little hammer, looked kinda neat. No confirmation, no real bias, but I hit long. Now I'm red in the face. Some it was thin, tape was slow, but something inside said, bro, just go. 20 handles later, it dumped on me. Should have waited for the MHP. Welcome to Knife Catchers Anonymous. We buy the blood and pray it's bottomish. You win, I'm in, you sure. Too late. All counts, account liquidated. FOMO strong, my hands are weak. Been wrecked all month now, twice this week. So gather round and sing this song. Knife catching feels so right until it's wrong. I had dreams of 6-figure P&L. Now I'm just a meme on trading screen. Said I'd wait for structure, said I'd be wise, but that wick, it whispered lies. Twitter told me buy the dip. Discord said volume's legit. I even saw divergence, bro, I swear. Then came the liquidation ping. Stabbed again by the market's blade. Another low, another fade. Support is fake. My will is thin, but this next
What's up, guys? Welcome to the afternoon stream.
right.
Glad to see all you knife catchers here in. That's the new slogan. You guys are all the knife catchers.
Fight the flow, ignore the signs, then cry in group when we cross the lines. Charts are red, my soul is too. Accounts in drawdown, deja vu. But we'll be back, we never learn. Catching knives till everything is gone.
All right, guys, we're ready to roll.
I'm Dave. And
We're gonna be finishing up our songwriting finals today. We're in the finals.
again.
That's a great intro song. I never get tired of that song. All right, give me a second to get situated here. Welcome back, everybody. Man, poor Hugo, dude. He was getting reamed. Hugo, what are you doing? How was that interview, guys? Pretty nice, huh? Man, Steven, that's a big name in the trading space, and he has a lot to say. I had to sort of like, I didn't want to feel rude by jumping in and stopping in mid-sentence, but like his brain is like, he's thinking of 10,000 things at once. Poor Hugo. Save Hugo right now. Yeah. Poor guy. Hugo, what are you doing? So yeah, so he said I wrangled really well. Yeah, so it was like there was no like rehearsal or there was no format. They're just like, hey, Steven's gonna be on the show. I was like, all right, let me try to get some questions in. Just to kind of ping his brain for people that haven't talked to him. Yeah, definitely. He just talking about strategy, then talking about the trade, and then calling trades live, and then shouting at Hugo, shouting at the dog. Yeah, I'm not sure. I never used the word handles either. I think it's ticks. I really don't know. Honestly, look, I didn't go through classical trading school, so I mean, I don't know what all the words. Handles is very old school. Is it a point? Is that a point? That's what it means. Floor trader lingo. I wonder where the word handles came from. How that designation was invented. Well, I'd love to tell you you're going to tune in to watch some trades today, but unfortunately, I can't trade anymore. I've maxed out. I've hit consistency or set limits in each one of my accounts. So now I'm done. But you know, less handle. How many handles of liquor? There you go. That's the way to do it. All right. So today, guys, we have a 90% off Elite Trader funding sale. One step, diamond hands, end of the day. There's an 80% off Apex going on. There's a 30% off Tradeify going on. There's 40% off TBT going on. And then there's $199 MFFU core resets still going on. When you actually core reset on funded. So that's going on until the beginning of October. Code Rocket Scooter hooks you up with all of that. So what did you guys think of the interview today? Honest opinions. Now you're here. You know, you're not there, you're here. You know, what'd y'all think? What y'all think, Steven? 10% off, funded next. What'd y'all think of the interview? All right. I saw what some of you guys are saying. I saw some of the chat room. They were like, Matt is keeping his mouth shut. I would never. Now, talking to traders, I assume, you know, people have different strategies. So in my own sense of talking about my strategy, I'm very passionate. I passionately speak about certain things, like strategies I do and like and don't like. But against somebody else making something work, I'll tell you about trading, there's no strategy that works. It's the trader that works. So I would never like tell somebody their strategy's not good or whatever if they make it work, because everything works if you're good. So, but some of the comments are like, oh, Matt hates the MACD. But yeah, my goal would never be to like debate with somebody why an indicator does or doesn't work. I would always say none of them work. Nothing works. Nothing in the market works in general. So it's the trader that's good and how they interpret it. It was like snorting pure autism is what somebody said. Yeah, y'all are different perspectives. Yeah, there's like a definitely different trading styles for sure, because you know, his strategy is very much like, reminds me of this, the few times I ever looked at like a trading book or technical analysis stuff, and it looks very much like, you know, classically what you would be trained to do, you know, similar, you know, looks like there's divergence indicators, like MACD, for instance, and then, you know, long period trend lines, multi-time frame analysis, very like classical, straight up technical way to trade. Yeah. Did I make the interview good? Yelling at Hugo's worth the tune in. So BTC 7, how do you get the levels? So the platform has the levels automatically published inside the charts at 9:30 in the morning. What would happen if Rocket Scooter isn't a thing in the future? Oh no, Rocket Scooter is always gonna be a thing. You know, we're one of the biggest and largest futures trading communities on the planet. We've gotten bigger and bigger every year. This year, we're 10 times bigger than we were last year. There's nowhere it's ever gonna go. You can't stop the rocket. Sean was a much better interview. Sean was more of a conversation, like back and forth, where I got to ask Sean questions and he got to answer them. I think Steven just was live streaming with me, just chilling there, toss in a question every once in a while, like just basically talking like it's a live stream, you know, just take a charge and chat about whatever he was thinking about. How to trade constantly, like for 1 to 2 points. Yeah, man, I honestly, I don't know how to do that. So I can't wrap my brain around trading for 2 points and 3 points in the S&P. Commissions, unless you're throwing like 20 contracts at it or 30 contracts, how's it even worth your time? Must be big positions. I didn't get a chance to ask that question, like what was the average position size? So maybe I did and he didn't answer it. But like, you know, you're talking $50 per point. You're talking about $100 per contract on a 2-point scalp. You make it really worth your time. Are you just scalping for $100 here and there, up and down, making 100 trades a day? Or are you like actually trying to nail it with, you know, 20 contracts or 50 contracts to make it like thousands per point? Yeah. I was wondering how that even works. Like, what was the signal? Like when he was yelling at Hugo, like, Hugo, here's the 695.5. Like, where did that number come from? Steven's looking at something we couldn't see, something on his chart. He kept saying, it's the 95.5. Hugo, 95.5. Did you short it? Why didn't you short it? What's so important about that level? That's the part I didn't pick up. What was the, maybe I just didn't hear him say it. The 95s. What the hell, Hugo shorted? We need to work on your confidence, Hugo. Oh man. He's a tough trainer, that's for sure. How full is his voicemail? Yeah, he gives out his number for people just to call and chat with him. Does he does 20 to 100 contracts? Dang. Okay, that's probably what it is. Right. Guys, smash that like button really quick. We're going to finish up the songwriting contest today. You guys know how that goes. We're at the finals here. And make sure you get your votes in, because now I gave y'all a little bit of a poll. As soon as I go in there and tabulate it, it's done. I'm going to give you guys a last chance effort to get your responses in. Here's the link, okay? The highest rated song at this link will rescue itself back into the finals. So if you were one of the songs that lost in the finals, there's a rescue round for one final chance for a wild card to come back into the running. You dare me to give out my number? Oh no. Dude, I've had a stalker before that I had to get the police involved. I had a stalker way back in the day. I filled out like 6 police reports. A person was threatening to rape my child. It was incredibly disturbing. Some wackadoodle trading gurus, dude. They just get crazy. They get crazy when you're big and they're not, and then they sit there and fume and obsess because you're growing and they're not. And they just go crazy, and then yeah, you guys remember that? Yeah. He was after my kid. Like making threats and stuff, yeah. So I don't give out my number anymore or anything like that. I try to stay hidden as much as I can. That particular thing. Be like, you go short the 95. Did I end them? Yeah. They're done. We're good. What's my position? I'm maxed out. I can't make any more money in my accounts. They've all hit profit target. So I could try a little bit more on these on the funded nexts. Like those times that I got those big 10K days on those big funded nexts. I'm not pushing those. I'm choosing to like stay out of that. I'm okay making like $2 grand in those. I thought about grabbing this liquidity pocket, but I didn't yet. Ever put his number on a men's toilet? No, like I tell you, you want to troll somebody that you don't like, you just put their number on a piece of paper in a bathroom and say that you're giving away $1,000 if and the world's greatest Chewbacca impression to call and leave a voicemail with your best Chewbacca impression to enter the contest. Don't put a date on it. And then the person will get a phone call like 20 times a day of people going, you know, like whatever. They'll just pick up the phone. That's how you fuck with somebody you really don't like. Imagine every time you pick up the phone, there's a Wookiee on the other side. Yeah. You will like ruin somebody's life that way, but it'll be so funny. You know what I mean? Or like, say like, you know, call and make your most sexual sounding moan voice. Just so you pick up the phone and every other time you get the phone, it's like, Right now, this is a possible long entry setup at 680. So liquidity pocket, possible long. I think like to finish out the day though, there's like 2 hours left. I think that the way that we've been settling out, it's kind of debatable which way we're going. We really need to reclaim 6,700 to bring that bull side of the market back for the longer term. This is the bear zone top on monthly maps, and this is where it's kind of like rejecting that area. Now, DD ratio is still greater than half. So it's very possible if we do enter into here, it does propagate a big bull wave into close. It's just kind of like market's not really doing much, I would say. The volatility is not getting any higher. The VVIX is not going up. So we're locked in. This is the low and that's the high. The problem is it's going to be pretty much the last 10 minutes of the day where the market decides it's going to be bullish or not. As of the rest of the day, there's really nothing to trade off of other than this liquidity pocket here. I would probably avoid the B setups. I would be looking for major pivots. Like this is maybe a long entry with a stop. If it falls there and I would stop, I'd get back in and take the long if it reclaimed. So right now, I'm just chilling to see if it breaks or not. What's my number? Yeah, like the stalker basically threatened to break into the house and rape and torture my child. That's what they said. That was a little weird. So yeah, I ended them and everything they were doing. They are forever, their life is forever ruined. So. I didn't end them the way you guys think I ended them. I ended them going through the police. The police took care of it. I didn't end them the Texas way. But I ended the stalking. And people are crazy. Yeah, I don't get my number out at all, but people still find it, you know, because it's probably in business directories or something, but it's been pretty cool. I sent some biker dudes. Your last name rhymes with Paprano. There you go. Nothing, dude. Whenever you just get big, you get big, you get a lot of following, you get famous, you get whatever. There's always going to be somebody weird in the shadows that doesn't like that about you. And oftentimes it's because, you know, you're big and famous or something, and they wish they were, or you're in their way or something like that. A lot of people, and especially in FinTwit, you know, we're like kind of too big to really care about the small, you know, fisticuffs they all play with each other. It doesn't really bother me, but like when you're kind of like crawling your way up in the social media world, you know, these people are vicious with each other. Like this person with 50 viewers and this person with 40 viewers are like fighting each other for supremacy. And it's like, if you win, you know, or you can't get big because that person's in your time slot, or they're trading the same thing, or they're the ICT trader and you want to be the ICT trader that's in that time slot. And then so you're just going like, you know, going for the jugular sometimes. Some of these kids are, they're just not, you know, none of them are really standing on business like, hey, I'm a great trader, watch my trades. They're more just like fighting with each other. That's kind of what happens. And so a lot of that just stems from people being jealous of other people's success and then finding whatever reason they can to try to like interfere with that because they think it'll stop, you know, it'll give them an opportunity maybe. Like, I mean, our views are up 6,200% since last year. We've only been growing like couple hundred people a day watching us to over 20,000 a day watching us. So it's like, you know, in the middle of that ramp up, you're going to collect a hater or two, or people that are just like jealous or something. And then they're going to be like going after each other. That's what happens. I see a lot on socials. Stream some Apex this weekend. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. SK is mighty bearish. You don't agree personally? No, I don't agree either. There's nothing about this market that's bearish. Not the index, no. There's a saying that's called hurt people, hurt people. Yep, that's true. Can you come work for me? Seriously? I wish we had jobs. I'd love to hire a bunch of other people. What would you want to do? We really don't have any work. We're kind of like you know, we're a smaller outfit. Yeah, 22 employees and contractors, so that's already pretty big. How are you as Hugo? Tyler, you want to sit behind me? And I'm going to yell at you. Why didn't you short, Tyler? Tyler, why didn't you short? I can work on your confidence. You can rub my feet. If he can rub my feet, then you're hired. I definitely could use a little bit of that. How could you not be shorting? I was watching that guy Hugo in the background. I think he's royally confused because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, how, what is the repeatable method in scalping for 2 points? It didn't seem clear to me. He was like, are you shorting the 93s? Are you shorting the 95.5s? I'm just like, what's the target? It was really hard to follow. So God bless, you know, Hugo bless his heart. This guy was like trying his best to follow. Oh, thanks Tyler for getting rid of that. The scalping strategy I don't understand. Like playing that short. I don't know what the what you would be using to frame your entries and exits. Are they trading off of a trend line? Off of like, he said an EMA. He had EMAs on his chart. I got that out of him. So his it was a 10 period EMA, right? And MACD. Yeah, dude. Steven's running on like all cylinders, dude. That energy, man. Like, that's like pit trader energy. You're just like, you're always on, man. He seems like a chill dude, like just very chilled, good vibes, positive energy. Yeah, I don't think that kind of strategy, the scalping a couple points, you could actually really do for your prop firm stuff, because you're gonna have contract limits, right? So you're not able to trade like 50 contracts. You might have like 3 contract or 5 contract, whatever limit, and then commissions will eat it up. So you really can't do that unless you have like, unless you're scaling off of like a big position. I don't think that's possible in prop accounts to do some small 1 point or 2 point trade strategy. You loved him yelling at Hugo. Oh, dude, it was entertaining as hell. It was so funny. I'm sitting here like, he's in my face. I think when one time he yelled at Hugo, like the 3rd time, I was like, I try not to make a face, but I was like, oh, poor Hugo. But hey, you don't ever interrupt a coach and his method, you know, like he's got his system, whatever he does, that's his way of doing it. I yell at you guys sometimes in my own way. I'm sure that's cringy to others. I said I'm counting to 5. Type something in chat. I'm gonna ban you from boot camp. I'm sure that's, you know, we all have our ways to mentor somebody. We're all Yodas in a way. You say he's very disciplined and focused. Now he's just like, he's like the definition of dialed in, man. Like, I was fighting to get a word in. Not that I was trying to get a word in to talk over him, but just to get a word in to direct his thought process into something in the chat where chat got something out of it. People were just like, you know, he was like topic, just like daisy chaining everything together. So I was like, I'd wait for a moment to finally like, so I got another question for you. And he would stop, but he's not used to stopping. And so this was kind of cool. Yeah, he's like completely like locked in, man. And it's like, that's like old school trader mentality. You are like dialed in and you are just on fire, you know? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to vibe with that, to see it happen. In the zone, yeah. Definitely a pit trader in his past life. Was he ever a pit trader? You can imagine, dude, like the pit traders just steamroll over everything. You got to have that energy. You got to be pushy. You got to just be like, know what you need to do, be consistent. You know, you can't slow down for anybody. Can I ask me a question? Yeah, you can always ask me a question. What's up? Can I have $10? I'll give you a phone number. You can call and ask for $10. I'm gonna give you Steven's phone number. I'm just kidding. Like Pax, intense but a great guy. Yeah, dude, Pax honestly is the nicest guy in trading. I've had so many like phone calls and just video calls with Pax over the years. You know, Pax means peace in Latin because his like whole vibe. He's very kind-hearted man. If you ever get to chat with Pax, he doesn't have like a mean bone in his body. He's like soft, mild-mannered. I don't know how he's a pit trader. You gotta be ruthless, but Pax is like so calming when you chat with him. He's just like the most chill person I've ever talked to in trading. Why are there no dinosaur emojis? Yeah, that's funny. All right, in like 2 minutes when I'm finished eating my lunch, I'm gonna check out the poll and see who the winner is, the wild card. And make sure you guys get your votes in. Did I learn anything from the interview? Oh, is this a link? There's a form. Go vote on the song there. Frankly, there wasn't enough time to really learn much. It was like half the time he's just calling plays. I don't think I was able to get in some like, I got in some pretty good questions. His consistency question answer was really cool. Or maybe only was able to get in like 4 or 5 like decent questions to spark a good combo. When else he'd answer a question, he would like move to another topic sometimes. And then I honestly was having somewhat of a hard time following it. But we weren't like preparing an interview style. I was just like, let me interview the guy because he's on the stream. Make it, useful for you guys to gain something. But hopefully y'all got something out of it. I was mostly focusing on, timing my entries. I was like scalping that interview 2 points at a time. I was getting in and asking a question in and out as much as I could. My follow-ups are good. Okay, cool. I was hoping you guys got something out of it. Yeah, he's very intelligent, very wise, very experienced. And so sometimes people like that are just too big to slow down. And you got to like stop them and be like, look, slow down, because we're not at your level, man. Like speak so the common man like us can understand. No, it's like what kind of genius level sort of like I can hear his brain going. It's like something they can comprehend because they're just so routine with it, and we're kind of like, I was a little lost. If you guys felt lost, don't feel bad. So was I. He's just on a whole nother level, man. When you're like that good and you've been doing this for that long, you got something up here that it's hard to like teach people what you're doing. What's my account size? 150K Tradeify straight to fundeds. What do you see on the screen? And I have a mix of 100K and 50K funded next legacy accounts. Yeah, I'd probably have to sit down with him with like more of a structured interview thing with like, have like a question sheet that he knows what we're going to ask, and then just go through and dive in with what kind of stuff he's doing. He seems to be very bearish on the market. 5,700 S&P. That's pretty big. Let's say 16% drop. That's bigger than a correction. It's like, I mean, funded next futures. Yeah, funded next futures. I have to DCA into a question. Yeah, I had to scalp pretty quick for those questions. But that's kind of funny. Does he short most of the time? Matt hates Project X. You talking about me or my funded futures, Matt? I don't like Project X because Project X's platform is very weak. There's not a lot of functionality for me. For instance, like when I was trying to trade Top Step, they didn't allow me to put multiple DOMs. Like an example, with Tradeify, I've got DOM sitting next to each other. I can go through and I can do buy more, sell more, buy more, sell more. And I could just manage 5 accounts at once. Project X and Top Step X doesn't allow you to do that. You gotta like drop down, switch account, trade that account, drop down, switch account, trade that account. It's very basic. So it lacks, like, it's not even usable. It's not even like a personal tasting. Unless you're copy trading, there's no way to thumb between like 5 different accounts and trade it individually. So Project X, Top Step X, whatever, isn't even designed for me. I can't even use it if I wanted to. YMM says stop loss, ignoring your point of validation is the reason you're unprofitable. This is having a strong validation point and validation point is crucial to any trading strategy. You have to know when you pull the plug and not move a stop. Yeah, 100%. Okay. My platform is called Rocket Scooter. Yeah. So my platform is built with gamma exposure levels. I've been longing, for instance, all day today. My platform tells me this is support. It writes the word support here and why it's support is written next to it. So all day today, right? Support. There's nothing bearish about today yet. So all these dips I've been buying until I'm maxed out. All right, I'm going to count the results. How do I see the results? Okay, and the results are in. The song that has been rescued with an average rating 4.11 out of 5 stars. The winner of the wild card round, the rescue round, is Rocket Scooter Emojis by Tech Trader. Rescued in the rescue round. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Let me close voting. Okay. Congrats, congrats, congrats. No. Whoosh Fan made it to the finals. This was, oh, you're talking about Keith's Whoosh Fan. Keith's Whoosh Fan was 2nd place in the voting, if I remember correctly, with the 374. So in the voting, it was Rocket Scooter Emojis. No. Rocket Scooter Emojis 4.1. Market, please go down on me 3.9. Keith's Whoosh Fan 3.75, and then and so on. So now the winning songs of our massive songwriting contest are Stock Market Wizard, Scooter Vibes, Come On Let's Ride, Updates in Real Time, Unmasking Start Money, Knife Catchers Anonymous, Liquidity Pocket, Bear Market Blues, T6 Whoosh Fan, Let It Ride, Tech Trader, EST, Maybe I'm Wrong, Market Don't Die Today, Please Don't Die Today, and Rock Scooter Emojis. These are the final songs in the top 14. Now we have to do one more head-to-head round, and then we got the final 6 or the final 7, and then the final 7 will be like I guess round robin vote, I guess. It'll be like straight up voting for the final 7. Okay. So my question is on the head-to-head now, how do we pair up the final 14? I'll let you guys decide. Give me some ideas until I hear something good. Keith's Whoosh fan, just because it didn't make it to the finals doesn't mean it's not going to be on the stream all the time. I do giveaways. You have to be here in chat whenever I announce the giveaway, and then you have to type a magic word in chat to enter. So should I randomly pair these accounts up head to head randomly at this point? We'll let ChatGPT decide, and then it says make a bracket. That's the fair way to go about it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... All right. And we're going to do it live. Fuck it. We're going to do it live. Okay. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, make me a head-to-head bracket. Okay. Can you make me a head-to-head bracket of each of these? All right, so head-to-head bracket of 1 versus 1, randomly choosing a name from this list. Head-to-head bracket of 1v1s. Choosing names from this list to go head to head in a face-off competition. I think that'll get the point across. Okay. And the results will be what the results are. Okay. Wait, abide around 2? Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why would there be a buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's an extra one. What the hell? Is something listed twice here? Oh, it's counting Kings of Leon as its own. Oh, that was my, oh, the comma. Oh shit. Okay. That was my note to myself as I was trying to remember like what it sounded like. Okay. Let's do it all over again. Let's try that one more time. Okay. All right. I want randomly choosing names from this song semi list. Go ahead and face. Okay. We'll do it over. You got 13. No, there's 14. Dang it. Oh, my word. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let me try this again. I think it's like the dashes and stuff is making it all... Okay, ChatGPT is not doing well with this. Okay. Let me just delete all the extra text and dashes. It seems to not be able to count this list that well. Let me remove all the extra jazz and notes. Okay. All right, ChatGPT, you'll get it right this time. Now I'm going to number the list. Well. Oh my word. I know you guys are getting nervous. Okay. All right. I'm going to let ChatGPT know there's 14 on here. All right. So those don't count. This is the real one. Okay. I better get these right. I've numbered them. Can you do that? Can you do this? names from this song from this list. 14 song semifinalists. That is numbered 1 through 14 below. Okay, I better get this one right. It doesn't understand. Whatever. Okay, this is fine. This is good enough. It, for some reason, it thinks it. Oh, it's trying to do a bracket. Oh, okay. All right. It's actually doing more than I asked it to do. Yeah, no, it's right. It's right. It's just trying to create an actual bracket all the way to the finals, not just a head-to-head. So the word bracket is sort of like making a single elimination bracket. What it did was it made 2 buys in round 2. EST and Whoosh Fan are going to go head-to-head. Oh my God. All right. Wow. Okay, this is it. That's what it is. We got to be fair. Wow. All right. It is what it is. You gotta have a winner. You gotta have a winner. Okay. It is what it is. That's the fairness. We all voted. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. We are now in the finals of the Rocket Scooter second semi-annual songwriting competition. Over 200 and something songs were submitted for your enjoyment. The themes were rocket scooter, trading, catching knives, getting scammed, putting guru selling you emoji charts, market go down on you, tons of Blue Chew themed big dick songs. Okay. They were hilarious. They were sad. They were funny. They were intense. They were hilariously like entertaining. We had a little bit of everything here. And now we're down to the final 14 winners. Are going to get lifetime Rocket Scooter, discounts to Rocket Scooter lifetime, like a huge discount on lifetime if you don't win, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These are the final 14 of the overall category. We also have 2 other categories, humor and giveaway, and we're going to narrow those down by listening to them with the vote because there's less than 5 in each of those categories. So now, without further ado, these songs can go head to head. You will vote which one goes into the final 7. Okay. We've got the first up. Come on, let's ride. Tech Trader.
Perfect levels like constellations. Not quite prediction, just calculations. I can see where the future.
I can't believe EST and Whoosh Fan are side by side. God. Those 2 were supposed to be in the finals. Like the final 2. That's a sad pre-final arrangement. Those are y'all's 2 favorite songs, guys. I know that for a fact. Sad times. However, since there will be 7 songs, I think we need an even 8. So we might do another rescue round to bring 1 loser back. That way there's a top 8. That sounds fair. We'll do 1 more rescue round. We'll put 8 in the finals. All right, good. That way the final category is a final vote.
Not addiction, just pure affliction. Measured risk and cold conviction. I I can see where the future lies. Hedge pressure calls to you and me. Let's ride. Rocket scooter shifts the tide. Let's ride. Break the system from inside. Emotionless. These probabilities collide. I must confess, I'd be lost without you by my side. Let's ride. Within the volume, answers to expose. Where price goes, nobody fucking knows. But we might just have the cheat code. Let's ride. Rocket scooter shift the tide. Let's ride. Break the system from inside. Emotionless. These probabilities collide. I must confess, I'd be lost without you by my side. Come on, let's ride.
All right. We got that. Come on, let's ride. Versus liquidity pocket. Tech trader versus tech trader.
Yeah. Hedge pressure high, it's a risky sky. P&L swinging like a wild alibi. Chart so jagged, cutting through my veins. Candle flames burning, but I'm feeling.
You may grab that last liquidity pocket for the trade today.
Stop loss lurking like thieves in the blind. Bull stampede while the bears claw.
Get your votes in, guys.
Riding that bounce till the close of the night. Futures flashing green, red, green. Living on the edge of the trading machine. Let me get down on your liquidity pocket. I need a place to park my rocket. Riding the waves till the market unlocks it. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket. Gamma squeezes hit like a shot to the core. Arbitrage dreams leave me wanting more. Volatility's a mistress, she don't play fair. Tick by tick, I'm just a wolf in a lair. Stop loss whispers try to hold me back, but my leverage is a train on a one-way track. I hedge my bets with a smirk and a frown, cause I know every peak's gotta come down. Futures flashing green, red, green. Living on the edge of the trading machine. Let me get down on your liquidity pocket. I need a place to park my rocket. Riding the waves till the market unlocks it. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket. Wanna like it, it's a mistress, she don't play fair. Tick by tick, I'm just a wolf in a lair. Tick by tick, I'm just a wolf in a lair. Tick by tick, I'm just a wolf in a lair. To the light, enemy. Let me get down on your liquidity pocket. I need a place to park my rocket. Riding the waves till the market unlocks it. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket. Liquidity pocket, liquidity pocket.
All right, so there it is. Cool. Dude, this is like the most straightforward, easiest trading day I've had. I don't know how long. This should have been such a straightforward day for most people. Here's that limit again, a second time. I would, if I was long, I'd be cutting out right here. That is the limit. The coin flip is here, whether it's coin flip bull or coin flip bear. All right, guys, get your votes in. This is for which one goes to the top 8. This is bull monthly trend. This is liquidity pocket on monthly maps. Bull, bear. This is it. It's the coin flip. So it's up to you to decide which way you think the market's going. I think bullish, but I wouldn't be longing from here. I would just find on the sidelines. Sad when your favorite tech songs are going against each other. I know. All right, we've got. All right, guys, get your votes in. You got 15 seconds to get your votes in. If it's a tie, I usually wait for longer. We get at least over 100 something votes from all the people that are here. Three, 5. So that's like a 25K day, right? That's how much I had today. Is it 25? Dude, it's been that way. I've been hitting. I've been like hitting a stride this month. Every day's been the same. All right, and the winner is Tech Trader, obviously. Come on, let's ride. Top 8 song. Let's go. All right. Congrats, Tech Trader. The other song is Tech versus Tech as well, which is good. I think the algorithm was like, let's get the tech against the tech. All right. We've got, hold on. My call is bullish. I'm going to say I'm calling bullish. This is my call. And it'll be decided at the last 10 minutes of the day. We really need to see where the institutions are. Hugo's gonna have a song for the next. A song's gonna be, why didn't you short, Hugo? Fucking Hugo, the 95s. If somebody hasn't written a song about that yet, you need to make it. Literally, that's the title of the song. Fucking Hugo, the 95s. We need to build your confidence. That's it. That's the line. That's it. Poor guy. That's got to be like embarrassing to be like poached in front of a live audience like that. That's a lot of pressure. What's up, Jason? What's going on, man? Yeah, you got to sample it for sure. That was it was actually very entertaining. I'm gonna guess bullish close because it's Friday. Okay, if you guys are just tuning in, we're wrapping up this awesome, fun event we've been doing. Just to pass the time. Songwriting contest. Members of this community have written hundreds of songs, and we're down to now the final 14. Listen, vote. Okay. Tech Trader, Let's Ride versus Tech Trader, Maybe I'm Wrong. Finalist collab. Dude, we need like Sir Darb with Tech, with Rogue. What if Tech Trader is really Stephen Kalajian? Spoiler alert. And T6 and Bateman. Get your votes in, guys. Maybe I'm Wrong. Sounds like Red, one of my favorite bands of all time. Like, he captured Red. Whenever we were having this conversation, one of the songs I was like, man, I love Red. And everybody's like, oh, you guys you like Red? Oh, they're so great. This whole conversation about it. And then we had a whole array of songs. This literally sounds like a Red song. If you guys like that band. That's a quote of mine he's quoting, one of my sayings. It's very important to be wrong from the right place when you're trading, because when you're wrong from the right place, you're always wrong small. Like Red meets Breaking Benjamin sort of feel to it. I'm going to take a bet onto the bull coin flip in the close, but we'll see. I mean, like personally, I'm not actually making any more trades, but if you're asking my opinion, I think that we hold 6,700 on S&P in a close. 720 NASDAQ. Did Red come out in the early 2000s? Yeah. Like mid to late 20s, 2000s. I remember like probably being like right out of college. That was my playlist. Is bulls on bottom a valid trade? Yes, it is, but not on the break like this. Anytime the market moves into bull zone, I wait like at least 20 or 30 minutes to let it develop. And then when it bounces, then I take the long. This is not enough development to take. Not impossible to take a trade there, but I always know that like just like this, it can always pull back. It can always pull back. So I usually wait, and then this trade is usually really strong. If it decides to support in here and then drops there, that's the more probable trade. This is gambling on the breakout, and it could experience some drawn, especially MOC into it. But yeah, it's a valid trade bull zone support, but I always wait for the break and retest. And And I feel like the votes are coming in as great as they are. It's rather unanimous. It's Maybe I'm Wrong by Tech Trader. And the other amazing song, Let's Ride by Tech Trader, didn't make the cut. Yeah, get that guy Tech Trader. Get him out of here. Terrible. And Tech Trader, congratulations, you made it to the next round. It was Tech versus Tech and Tech versus Tech. Tech versus Tech. So now that we have those done, now we've got, oh, this one's going to be tough. Congratulations. That song, I tell you, I listen to that song before I go work out. When I pump up songs. It's hella good, man. I literally listen to it in the car. iDoc also listens to it with me. Okay. Now, shift the tone from the kind of like rock sound to a little bit more of the, this is Sir Darb's.
Charts were looking mean. That big old red candle, the ugliest I've seen. Futures dropping fast.
So all my trades today, if you guys are just curious what I was doing, out the door, I took the long at bull's own bottom as I always do every single time, long from there, long from there. Market dipped right at the open. I grabbed the long, went right up to there, closed out. Realized I should have held to there, and I got back in and held to there. Market fell to there. I took that long a second time, and then here I think I took that long again. I can't remember if I made it. I think I made one more trade before I went to my fund. It might have been this one or this one. It was the same setup to tap off the rest of the accounts to get them all maxed out. This is as straightforward. This is as rocket scooter of a day as it gets. Are these songs written by people in the stream? Yeah, Frazzy. The people in the stream wrote these songs. That's the contest. And we have a contest going on. You can submit songs now for the next one. There's a song submission channel, and you can drop an AI song or a self-recorded song or whatever in that channel. What about gold or not today? I don't really look at gold because I don't really have an understanding of gold. I don't like to, you know, I'm not a technical trader. I only trade things that I understand. I don't use charts or any of that stuff. So I don't really analyze something that I don't understand because it would be cheating you guys. Like pretending I had some kind of expertise in it when I don't. What's unique or different about our platform, Moise? We invented a new type of analysis that nobody does. We do a, we are the only platform in the world that can identify market maker options, and therefore we draw market maker gamma exposure levels. We predict high volume pivots, i.e. we can predict where volume will be in the market, and therefore I find where volume will be and then I long it, and we use confluence based on where the stocks are to line up with the futures. So an example is today, this pivot is a high volume pivot that's support. This is support, 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 support. You see how the market's just gone bullish all day? All of our support pivots can rally. Liquidity pockets are our strongest trades. Bear zone to bull zone. I take this trade every single time. It paid out all day today. The scalps were just fantastic. Well, that was pre-market, but you get the drift. And so with the platform, all I do is I trade based on where the levels are. This is Hugo's theme song. Damn it, Hugo, did you short the 95s? We need to work on your confidence. The new Hugo songs will be a hit for sure. Yeah. American blues. I think the edge will disappear when I live stream it. No. It's impossible for this edge to disappear. It's statistical edge. We're reading what the market's doing. We're not exploiting like something that would disappear the more you exploit it. We're reading the structure of the market, and everybody's delta hedging on their options the same way. Wall Street would have to collectively do something differently, like no longer hedge options for us to not be able to trade it. We're able to read the flow and trade the flow with ease. So there's no counter to it. This is the core of what Wall Street does. It's not a gimmick what we're doing. It's actually reading the bulk flow of the market and joining in. The market makers aren't going to price against the bulk flow. How to get access to the charting software? If you go in the description of this video, there's a link on how to get access to it. There's a half price first month discount for you guys to check it out. All right. Bear Market Blues, fantastic song. That was definitely helpful this week to have that song around. Up Against. That was Sir. It's funny that the algo knows. We had tech versus tech, and then tech versus tech, and now it's Sir Darb versus Sir Darb. How coincidental. It was random. How much delay is in the stream? 3 seconds. I think Sir Darb's gonna get his ass kicked this round. That's just me though. If I was a betting man. The description has the links for all our software and for the bootcamp. Really brilliant to overlay the options gamut into futures. Love it. Oh, thank you, Metamorph. Right, it converts everything straight to futures, and now we have all the flows and the levels from it. Thank you. This was a very long-term passion project for me. I started building liquidity maps in 2019, and we just got it automated with futures conversion 2 months ago. So it took 6 years to get from point A till now. We've all been manually converting it for years. We used to not even have a platform. We used to just give you the numbers. People would convert it on their own and put it on their own platforms. Now it's all automated. FGAP, boy. This is a tough one because they're both really good songs. But I bet you Tech and Sir Darb, it's kind of a good thing. You have less of a chance of winning if one of your song gets knocked out early, but you don't get knocked out. You have more of a chance of advancing if you're going against yourself because you have a 100% chance of making it into the top 8. Ooh, like reggae agua. My name is Hugo. I'd like to sign up for the boot camp. We're going to teach you how to short the 95s. You go. We'll build your confidence, don't worry. If you want to send it, drop it into the song submission channel. Maybe we'll play it later after we finish up the little round robin here. Okay, this is a really, really, really close one. So guys, get your votes in. Which song makes the top 8? Let's get at least 100 and something votes there. We'll be doing a prop account giveaway in about 10 or 15 minutes. So hang tight. We'll tell you how to enter that. Hugo was a legend. Is Hugo actually a trader? Or was that just one of his friends? I wasn't really sure what he said when I asked who his friends were. And are they training with him or just hanging out with him? He's like, no, they're just visiting me. So I don't understand. They're visiting him and then he's just like telling him what to trade or something. Like, what's the arrangement there? Yeah, I think he's maybe like mentoring them or something. Oh, okay. Well, so he's coaching him. Okay, I got it. I thought they might have been like some of his buddies that were just there to hang out for the show. Okay, get your votes in, guys. 10, 9, You got to decide Sir Darb's fate here. 8. Is there a reason I haven't automated my entries using the levels? Like I said, just 2 months ago, we finally converted to futures. Now we have years of back tests. Now we have everything set to automate. I have a friend of mine and me are going to automate this for ourselves. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to automate it for you. Like the exchanges don't allow me to use their data for automated trading software. My exchange agreement doesn't allow it. So we can't automate these levels. And of course, that would consider constant investment advice. I wouldn't be able to do that anyways. But you can very much rip this shit from the browser and write your own local program to automate it if you'd like. We don't police that. You can do whatever you want with it. Okay. And the winner is Bear Market Blues. And unfortunately, Scooter Vibes didn't make it. We're going to have a rescue round again. Dude, I feel like okay, with the way that it looks, the AI doesn't know the songs, but it paired them up perfectly because the head-to-heads are as identical as they can get. This is going to be an interesting one. This is...
Hi, my name is Dave, and I caught the dip again. I thought it was the low. It was just another wick. Saw it on the 5-minute heart, skipped a beat, formed a little hammer, looked kinda neat. No confirmation, no real bias, but I hit long. Now I'm red in the face. Was thin, tape was slow, but something inside said,
then bro, just go. 20 handles later, it dumped on me. Should have waited for the MHP. My overall trading style, Stuart, I'm a volume prediction trader. I use gamma exposure levels and options to predict volume. And then I use confluence indicators to predict direction. We have gap fill predictors, stock breadth indicators, and flow indicators. Hugo, you didn't catch the knife. We gotta get your confidence up. No, and I interviewed Stephen Kalajian an hour ago, the legendary scalping trader. And in the middle of the stream, he was shouting at one of his mentees. He was like, Hugo, did you short the 95s? Hugo, why did you short the 95s? You got to get your confidence up. So that's why everybody's talking about Hugo today. Giving Hugo some love. The dude that takes your order at Chick-fil-A drive-thru loves this song. Quit singing on your hands, Hugo. So our platform is automated. Each of these levels means something different. In general, there's a guide to the right that tells me position sizing that I'm going to use and direction. As an example today, my favorite setups, I use this liquidity pocket. So one of the major things I do is I trade from these light gray to dark gray boxes, my favorite setups. Inside of this area with the white lines, I've got confluence with this white line indicator. If this indicator is greater than 0, then it acts as sort of an accelerant through the gap. So this is a gap fill predictor as well. So today we had liquidity pocket, which supported the fall. Market went through the gap with the accelerant, pushed through it, supported it, jumped to another liquidity pocket, and then supported there, and went. this is a pretty textbook day. And like in our training program, we teach you how to read the market. We don't do any candle strategies, technical analysis, technical indicators, none of that stuff. No time frames. I never change the time frame. I just use levels and volume, and I read the words. It says support, then I buy the dip. Okay, Knife Catchers Anonymous. One of my favorite songs in the history of music. So much so that we had somebody write. Let me just do this for fun before I play the next song. In the song submission, somebody actually, we were talking about how it's like a Broadway musical. And you can imagine, let me give you the story behind that one. So the idea is, imagine like the scene where the guy and their friends are like after work, hey bro, they're a bunch of 20-year-old tech bros. And the musical we're going to write is literally called Fun Bros. Like that's the name of the musical. And they're like, hey bros, you guys want to go out to the club? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, motherfuckers, let's go. And they're all in the bathroom, like high-fiving each other, like coking up, and they get in the cab. And then they get in the taxi, and then they're like riding, you know, they had like a shitty trading day. So they're going out to the club, right? And then everything's good. They're drinking beers, they're having fun, they're laughing. But then over the course of the song, it sort of like degenerates into like this finale where by the end of it, like one of the guys gets like thrown out of the front by the bar, and he like lands on his head. He's like, fuck you. And then there's another guy who's like laying in an alleyway dead because he got stabbed or something. Then another one has like a guy sitting in the doctor's office, and the doctor's staring at a report, and it's like, you got tested positive for hepatitis. like they had such a hard party. Like one of them got stabbed, you know, and they're doing like Jaeger bombs and stuff. And then like they're all dancing in the street talking about like how their day ended. And like another on this side of the street, one of them's getting his ass kicked by a couple of guys, you know, and they're just like Knife Catchers Anonymous. They're like a bunch of basically trading degens. So somebody actually wrote, got an AI video of my little idea, was like, these trading bros are running around in the city, like dancing on top of cars, their ties on their head, you know, it's like the end of a work day. And the joke is at the end of the song, it's like the end of the first act. They're done, you know, they're kind of like ice patch on their head, and one of them got like an ice patch on his nuts, and they're all sitting there in the next day at work, and they're acting like nothing happened. They're not even talking about it. One of their friends got stabbed, and they don't even care, you know. They're not even like, what happened to that guy?
Welcome to Knife Catchers Anonymous. We buy the blood and pray it's bottomish. You win, I win, you should. All counts, account liquidated. FOMO strong, my hands are weak. Been wrecked all month now, twice this week. So get
And that's me spinning it around in my chair, by the way. I don't know if they were doing that intentionally, but that's what I do every time I do a giveaway.
now twice this week. So gather round and sing this song. Knife catching feels so right until it's wrong.
So like we were going to write this, like the joke was we were going to write this crazy musical that's kind of like Book of Mormon, just like this absurd comedy about degenerate trading bros from a hedge fund. Like the comedy writes, like literally the thing writes itself. I don't know why nobody's done it yet. It'd be like Wolf of Wall Street, but even more absurd. Okay. All right. We've got that song against another one. These are all my favorites. That She's So Fine, Knife Catchers Anonymous versus Austin Bateman's Unmasking Smart Money. The Book of Mormon is a comedy. Now it makes sense. Yeah, we knew that was a documentary, huh? Am I a full-time day trader? Yes, sir. I've been full-time day trading for a decade now. I'm also the CEO of the company that built the Rockscooter trading platform. I'm also the CEO of the other company that built Rocket Place, the trading marketplace. And I'm also a YouTube DJ. And I'm now going to be a Tony Award-winning screenwriter or script writer. And I do all my trading live. You can watch, and I post my results every day. You're catching like you're catching me at like a 15-day winning streak or 14-day winning streak, something like that. It's been like 3 weeks since I had a losing day. It's been insane. What else does Rocketplace sell? Anybody that has a trading business can host their business on Rocketplace. So Rocketplace is like a generic marketplace where you can host whatever it is you want to sell. You have a Discord, you have one-on-one sessions, you have books, PDFs, trading classes, indicators, software, whatever. It's a place for trading vendors and teachers and coaches to quickly host. We make a website for you and it's all automated, and then you can set up your business there. It's pretty huge, yeah. We haven't even started marketing yet, and it's already getting really big. We soft launched it this year, and then early next year, we're gonna start marketing it pretty hard. We're going head to head with WAP, but we're like trading focused so that it's specifically just for skills and tools for traders. It's not generic business like WAP. So things that you need in trading businesses, we have and WAP doesn't have. I dance to this song every time I make a good trade. This is my victory song. Try to sell your old Sega on the marketplace. Are we talking about Sega Genesis? What do you got? You got a Sega Saturn. What are you talking about? Are you done? Was this like eye doctor stuff?
Yeah, literally, I'm in school. With a job, school.
Yeah. You want some Coke? Not. I was just kidding when I said you want some Coke. Well, you can have that.
Oh, yeah.
I brought one up here.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna fall for the other.
I was just kidding. We were listening to the DGen Live Catchers Anonymous song. So orange flavored Coke, orange cream. That's the one that we bought. It's
Did
pretty.
you like it?
It's pretty good. Well, okay, but most people don't know is Coke is already flavored with orange.
Yeah.
So Coca-Cola, if you guys don't know, what is Coca-Cola? Would you like to know what the flavor of
Why
Coke?
don't you ask them to guess what it is? Isn't it?
Okay, do you guys know what's in Coca-Cola and what the flavors are?
Engagement.
Take a guess. You know what the major flavors of Coca-Cola are? Cocaine, this is correct. Besides cocaine, though. So Rocket Scooter $99.50 a month for the platform. Yes, sir. Jim, for the first month, it's $99.50. Then it's $200 every month after. But we're running a sale now that if it's $99.50 and then you upgrade on the second month, it's $159 every month forever with a $40 discount every month forever, as long as you don't deactivate your account. So it's your first time customers get $40 off, grandfathered in.
Hey.
What flavor is Coke? Pink. That's the answer.
Tears
Crap.
of Bears, Heaven.
Sugar, Tears of Bears, Heaven, Bolivian Flake. That's the one. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah,
It's
orange is on the list.
Okay, so Coca-Cola. Here's the flavor. I've made Coca-Cola flavor before. It is actually vanilla cinnamon flavored orange lemonade.
Weirdest shit. Like, who came up with this concoction?
Yeah. If you mix orange and lemon syrups together, and then you add cinnamon and vanilla, that's cola. That's it. So the cola flavor is actually like cinnamony orange juice. It's crazy, right? With a couple other sort of extra flavors, but those are the four. If you add those four together, you'll make Coca-Cola flavoring or cola flavoring. Yeah, cola nut and coca leaf, but they don't use that stuff anymore in Coca-Cola. It's all
Did
synthetic.
they really put cocaine?
They used to.
Cola, really?
They used to. Coca-Cola used to have, yeah, when Pemberton made it, it used to have
Who?
John Pemberton.
Who's that?
The guy from Atlanta, Georgia that made Coca-Cola.
Oh.
And then he got then he got his shit stolen from Asa Gardner. Like, listen, I know like company history. I'm like a huge nerd about it.
You
Yeah.
are anything with history.
Freaking Asa Gardner goes to Pemberton's funeral and then buys the rest of the recipe rights from the family while they're standing over the casket and like crying or whatever. He's like, hey, I'll give you $500 for the recipe. And Asa Gardner bought it for $500. They want to get some money out of it. Then he turned it into the Coca-Cola that we know today. Isn't that crazy?
Tip for that history.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper was in Waco, Texas, and I forgot who the guy that made it was, but the idea was that he wanted to do
Pharmacist.
Yeah, he was a pharmacist, and that he put it was Dr. Pepper's known for their 23 flavors, and he was trying to recreate the smell of the pharmacy and the flavor of a drink to compete against the Coca-Cola trend that was growing.
Oh, that's why people say, "Oh, Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine."
Yeah. Dr. Pepper is like cinnamony vanilla prune juice.
It gives me a headache, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of its high caffeine concentration.
Yeah. So the winner of that round, as great as both of those songs are, and they're two of my favorites, it looks like Knife Catchers Anonymous made it to the next round.
Yay! You have a bias towards that song.
I like it.
You love it. Oh.
Okay, cool. All right. Knife Catchers Anonymous. All right, now we got a couple more. We're going to the top 8, by the way. Top 8. We're going to finish today. If not today, early morning Monday.
Then you're just picking the winner. And what happened?
What? I don't know yet. I gotta figure it out. All right. Now we got Ty's song, Market Wizard.
It was years ago, the market began to fade.
So today, it's a coin flip and a close. We're gonna wait for the MOC at 250 in Central, which is in 40 minutes, to decide the coin flip. I think we flip bullish, but we'll see. I'm not trading anymore today because I've maxed out on profit.
No. Are you smiling?
She doesn't have any confidence for Hugo, guys.
What is Hugo? Chat, tell me about Hugo. I don't understand.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is like cherry flavored, prune flavored, orange vanilla cinnamon soda. It's like Coca-Cola with cherry and prune.
Hugo needs eye drop.
He really, really does. Where's Hugo's song? I feel like people have written some Hugo songs lately.
Is that another character? Fill you in on Hugo. Hugo's trading intern.
He's a legendary trader who shorted the market for billions. Yeah, I Dr. Pepper. So Hugo, well, I interviewed today like this legendary trader on my lunch show. He's like this, like, I don't know, 45-year veteran of the markets, and he's just like intense personality. Like, I couldn't get a word in. He was just like rambling the whole time, but he's like stupid smart. Yeah. Like, it's not stupid, like stupid level of smart. Like, he's just ridiculously smart. Like, and we were just like, in the middle of me asking him questions and stuff, he was like, he had two guys training behind him. He was directing all the time. He said, yeah, so my favorite thing is, hey, you shorted the 45s. Okay, so anyways, we're going to do this. Hey, you shorted the 45s, right, Hugo? And this guy behind him named Hugo was like, yeah, I got it. And then he kept asking him, hey, did you short the 95 and a halves? And he's like, I didn't. Hugo, why did you short the 95 and a halves? And then Hugo was like, and he's like, Hugo, we got to get your confidence up. In the middle of the interview. Dude, it was great. See, like, the guy Steven is like super legendary.
Is he from Jersey?
I think he's from New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I do my best with the New York accent.
That was pretty good. Honey.
He's hold on. It's this guy right here.
Oh, he looks gangster, man.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs of like day trading.
He looks like the guy that doesn't give a shit about anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
He was a really hot guy that trades with Steve.
Steven's eye dog.
Yeah, basically now Walker explained in Star Wars terms, Hugo flew in to be trained by the Jedi Master. He makes all sort of mistakes and it frustrates the Jedi Master.
He's now a meme. He didn't give a shit about Matt too. I mean, if you look like that with tough personality.
Somebody wrote in chat, they were like, I can't wait for him to finally ask you about your strategy, Matt. Like, because, but no, the funny thing was he was just in the zone. He was like dialed in to his own, his own trading. So I was just trying to get a word into asking questions about his stuff, but he was like, yeah, he didn't, I could have not even been there.
He's in his world, he's working, he's running a company.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing he wants is to, he's probably not too busy to be curious about anything else than what's going on.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I love this song, Stock Market Wizard. Okay. Now, this is going to go head to head with the next song in line, chosen by AI, which is Tech Traders classic Market Don't Die Today. In his defense, he was the guest on my show, so yeah, he didn't need to care about anything I was doing. I was the host for sure, but they were not prompting us what to say. It's like, hey, he's gonna be on your show. So I was like hey, I want to get some wisdom. Like, hey, I said the audience may not know much about you, so tell me about your trading style and all that stuff. So he would talk a little bit, then he'd jump to another topic, talk a little bit, jump to another topic, and then he'd shout at Hugo, then he'd shout at his dog, he'd talk again. He's just like so intellectually stimulated and wired in. He's multitasking like a pro. He's got 40 monitors, literally.
No way.
Yeah. Huge. His whole office is just like a wall of monitors. He's famous for it. Let me show it to you.
I did tune in a little bit.
He's like, let me show you guys his office. Just come on. Look at this. It's just like monitors all on a giant circle. That's only some of them. Here's like,
that's his office, not his house.
I don't know where he's working at, but it's like,
because look at the ceiling. That's not a house ceiling.
Yeah, I think that's whatever his office building is or whatever. But he's got so many trading monitors that he has.
Yeah.
They encircle him.
What's he known for? Like trading courses, being a trader influencer back in the days. Like, what was he?
Yeah, like he's like old school. I think he worked at a fund or something. He worked in like an institutional world for a while. Okay, y'all get y'all's votes in.
Vote.
He's in Florida.
Where did the accent come from then if he's from Florida?
I think he lives in Florida now.
Bronx.
They said he's known for yelling and making the markets cower in shame. Somebody says he is the market maker. One of his guys told him he needed a new PC. How is he running like all of his monitors? Is that all coming out of, I mean, you don't need a lot of power to run a bunch of monitors, but you need a lot of ports to run that many monitors. What kind of tower setup does he got going over there? And what kind of graphics cards or graphics setup does he have?
Like karate guy that people meme about all the time. Norris. He's a Chuck Norris of trading.
Pretty much, yeah. He's like 6 or 7 mouses at his desk. Oh, so each one of them is a different computer.
would love to stand there and just see him trade, like physically with him.
When you're doing 50 or 40 contracts in Asia market, you basically are the market maker, pretty much. He needs a lot of $400 cables.
Hey, too soon.
It would make a difference, definitely. I swear, $400 cable is worth it. Where's the backyard people?
Waiting for their call back. I'm getting frustrated with them. I keep calling them.
What are they saying?
They're saying they're still working on it.
Oh, okay.
Like, working on what? To finish the rendering in place.
They're probably building the quote. Materials.
That long?
Yeah.
I haven't even, like, finalized the design yet.
Yeah. All right. And the votes are in. As hard as it is to end this, the winner has been chosen. Market, please don't die today. Back trader. Ooh, we got 2 more.
All these tech?
Tech in the finals a lot, yeah. We came with, yeah, so he's in there like 5 times. Oh. Okay. So tech. Tech, can you let somebody borrow your lifetime? Jesus Christ. When you win it. So usually in the afternoon session, we try to, like, even if I'm not actively trading, like I've maxed out on profit today. I can't make any more money. So everything's capped. I'm good. So I'm kind of doing very little. I would normally be trading at this time or walking you guys through my trades if I was still making some. If you win lifetime, you'll be the biggest promoter. Hugo needs rocket scooter. Yeah, he was short in the 95s. I'd be long in the 95s. That's just me. You guys were trolling me so hard during the interview. You're like, oh God, Matt, he uses a MACD. Oh God, Matt, he's shorting. Like, because those are the things I don't do, you know? So, but as an interviewer, I was just neutral, but the chat was having fun with it. Like, hey Matt, tell him that you don't short the market demo.
You didn't dare say that.
No, that's not my, no, I was the interviewer. My glasses are dirty.
The thumbnail looks cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
With you and him next
Yeah, with
to
me
each other.
next to it? Yeah, dude, that's dope. Like that, I would frame that shit and put it on my wall.
Do it.
Yeah.
I did like tune in when they went over to your screen and it was like a 24K day and someone said, what's his name? Steven? Whatever? Didn't see his Matt made 24K. It was like in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said, you've always wondered about the ES, spot underlying stocks roughly move together and all they have their own ladder. If aggressive buying and selling is what moves the market, what instrument is driving the direction? The stocks. Yeah. So we WAP, the answer is always the stocks. The stocks, for the most part, is the driving force of the index products. Now, they can deviate by their own buying and selling. If the stocks are going like this, the index can do whatever it wants, but it will usually, when you're not pressing the index, snap back into place with the stocks. You're never going to see a place where the stocks are up here and the index is down here, and they're both just sitting there at different places. That arbitrage always gets traded towards each other. And so the gap between them always gets filled. At the end of the day, the index products are tracking the index, which is tracking the stocks. So great question. They all move together, but they all somewhat can move independently as well. But you can imagine there's a spring between them. So you can stretch it a little bit but then ultimately they'll like kind of like snap back into each other. Hopefully that makes sense. So what our indicators actually exploit that principle that the stocks are usually going to be moving first and that the index is likely to follow. Under rational market conditions, that's the assumption we do make. So an example is that when we assume the stocks are moving first, then we utilize resilience, which is an indicator that's telling me stocks are filling their gap, right? So an example today is QQQ opened here at 9:30 open and closed here 4 o'clock close yesterday. As, let me see a better example. Let's use S&P. S&P opened here today and closed there yesterday. This is the gap. S&P gapped up and it filled its gap. And then when it filled its gap, our eyeballs went down to see what the stocks are doing. This is an aggregate of all stocks filling their gaps as well. So down here at the bottom, as you see, when the S&P was filling its gap, the stocks themselves were more this way, gap and go, rather than gap and fade. Because the resilience indicator was positive, the index was making its bumps up to track the stocks that weren't necessarily negative. So an example right here is when the S&P started breaking out, all the stocks have gapped and gone, and therefore there's no fading, right? So I use the stocks to tell me which direction the index is going to go. If this indicator is greater than 0, then the midpoint is now support. If this indicator is less than 0, at that point, the midpoint is resistance. You see how the polarity flips around the midpoint? When it's kind of like negative, it's resisting the middle. Then when it goes positive, it blasts through the middle, and then now the middle is supporting. And then it drops back down to negative again, and then it starts to push below. So the polarity of this is exploiting that exact thing. So technically speaking, the level 2 for SPY doesn't really matter as much as the underlying stocks then. 100% correct. And I would argue the level 2 doesn't matter ever anywhere, even in stocks itself. The level 2 is like the least transparent sentiment indicator on the planet. It is a non-trustworthy data point full of spoofing and market makers, and you're not going to be able to see who of these 95 or 105, this number flickering up and down 180, 60, 70, 80. You can't make sense of it. And who's a market maker and who's an algo and who's a bear. You can't tell. Who's selling the short, who's selling to cover along. You know what I'm saying? So where are Rogue songs? I don't think Rogue songs made it to the finals. Except for the giveaway Bonanza. That's the last one. This section, the overalls, yeah. Rogue had a hell of a lot of good songs too. But I think in the head-to-heads, they got headed up to some others that knocked it out. But Rogue was also writing a bunch of banger songs. So Rogue is going to win probably the giveaway contest, which is great. That's a great prize. Okay. Updates in real time, Tech Trader versus rocket scooter emojis. Tech Trader again. Oh my God. It's so crazy that the algo paired tech versus tech and Darb versus Darb. Damn it, Hugo, this song slaps. Great questions, you guys, from earlier. MOC, as Cartoon Future says, correct. He's saying MOC is somewhat the balancing factor every day. A lot of that arbitrage is capturing that MOC, that final move right. As everybody's orders come in and then the market starts finishing up the day, all of that arbitrage is usually reconciled there. Yeah, he's 100% correct. I believe the same thing. So then technically level 2 for, wait, you already asked that. So that's, how do you get the indicator? Resilience. You just go to indicators and add resilience to the bottom of the rocket scooter chart. Steven mentioned he used the DOM. Steven's probably the only person on the planet that can read the DOM. That stuff moves too fast for me. I can't read it. I can't get anything out of it. It's just noise to me. What I think about the TTM squeeze, I use it sometimes when already in position. It's really good at isolating consolidation patterns. It's not a predictor of breakouts. It's just good at telling you, hey, the market's consolidating and something's happening. That's really all it does. Level 2 behavior changes based on the asset class, even the interaction of level 2 and NASDAQ and ES is vastly different. It really is. The problem with NASDAQ futures representing the index is the fact that a lot of these indices are like market cap weighted. It becomes a problem that NASDAQ futures is basically mirroring NVIDIA stock and a couple others. The market cap weighting assigns too much power to a few companies. So in reality, like NASDAQ futures is going to probably be doing what NVIDIA and a couple other companies are doing, NVIDIA and Apple. And then also traders are trading them in the direction of that bias to enhance that bias further. If NVIDIA is rallying, people are buying NASDAQ futures. So it exacerbates the dependence. Did I trade the 2020 crash? Yes, sir. How do I avoid the 7% in 4 minutes? VIX was breaking through a risk interval. And that's automatic sit out rule. So when we broke the 7% and then we hit the 13% in the same day when the market gapped down again. I don't even think I was trading for like 2 or 3 weeks at that time. I sat out for most of that. I just wake up and stream and just watch it. So we have a rule that when VIX moves too far in a single session, I don't trade. Yeah, Steven's bearish as hell this market. He was saying 5,700 is his target. If tech gets second, third, and fourth, and fifth, can he convert them to 2 consecutive free lifetimes? That's funny. He can come back in the future. Okay, tech versus tech. You guys get your votes in. I'm going to count to 30 and we're done. And we'll do a giveaway in just a little bit. I don't know what we'll do though. We got one more song to play. Okay, ending the poll. There's a clear winner, but I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes to vote. A couple more seconds to vote. How long is the Fund Index sale? It's permanent. It's not even a sale. They permanently lower their prices 50% with code Rocket Scooter, so it's permanent for legacy. We already voted on the emoji. That's the one that got rescued. Rocket Scooter emoji is the one that got rescued. Okay. And oh, I got closer than I thought at the end. Okay, Rocket Scooter emojis was the winner. Barely. Okay. Back again. Okay. Last but not least, we've got. Oh my God. All right. Is the TTM squeeze histogram based off the LRC slope? I thought it was a MACD. It's been like 10 years since I've looked at the TTM squeeze. I don't remember. Rock Scooter levels with any kind of order flow is a chef's kiss. Yes, sir. That's what everybody tells me. We're the missing piece for all these like flow and candle and iced tea strategies because we have levels with pivots and those are confirmation tools. These are predictive tools. So the hand in hand is like super strategy. Oh, the squeeze trigger is when the Bollinger Bands come inside the Keltner channels, then the little dot below the histogram turns green, yellow, or red, or whatever. When the channels buckle into each other, the crossover changes the dots. The histogram itself, I think, is just a basic MACD. Well, the squeeze has 3 parts. Squeeze is a histogram with a bunch of dots. So the TTM squeeze is the dots part. And that's based on the Keltner channel Bollinger Band indicator. So yeah, so like you look in here, the dots, that's the squeeze. Whenever the channels, like right here, I think this is the Bollinger Band and this is the Keltner channel. Whenever they cross into each other and both are active, the squeeze turns red. And whenever they break out, then the squeeze turns green. So red is kind of like there's compression and consolidating, something's gonna happen. And then when it busts green and then the histogram is up, then that's supposedly like the buy confirmation signal. But it's a MACD, it's gonna be like a lagging sort of. Isn't it crazy? T6 versus T6. Dude, this is the most non-random chat GPT. Like, this is sentient knowledge here. We had tech versus tech. Then we had tech versus tech. Then we had Sir Darb versus Sir Darb. Then we had tech versus tech, and now T6 versus T6. What are the odds? Well, I mean, tech versus tech is a high odds of that, but man, Darb versus Darb, and that's crazy. Whoosh fan, a rocket scooter favorite. Very cool. All right. Isn't that crazy how it was like all mapped up with each other? All right, we got the whoosh fan versus E6. Isn't that crazy? What are the odds of that, right? T6, what is MIB? Nobody knows. Even he doesn't know. It's bigger than all of us. How can I not vote for the Legend of MIB? Exactly. I read that about automating trading on my platform. I'm gonna automate it for myself eventually. We can't do it in the platform for you guys, so it's against our contract with the CME group. Isn't it crazy? Tech versus tech, tech versus tech, Sir Darb versus Sir Darb, tech versus tech, tech versus tech, T6 versus T6. They never went head to head. Everybody has just gone against themselves for the best song. It's like this is the best finale to this. Isn't that crazy, right? So the real head-to-head showdown is not between songs, it's between the artists. You got Tech versus Darb versus T6. She's a Fine, and the finals. Can you get written instruction on how to automate something yourself? Just hire a programmer and say, hey, I want to rip these numbers out of this browser and then program this thing to click buttons on my trading platform. On your end, you can do whatever you want. I have no policing of what you do with your data. You're not allowed to redistribute it. That's all I can say. You can't give it to other people. You've heard ads for systems to automate trade prop accounts for you? Oh, that's a total scam, dude. This industry is in a bubble with shit like that. Guys, get your votes in. It is Whoosh Fan against Every Single Time. This is the biggest head-to-head of all the songs. According to some people, this is the #1 seed versus the #2 seed. According to some people, that these are the top two. But it had to be the way it had to be in the finals. We get one song from each of these guys at least. A battle for the ages. I'm talking get your votes in. This is the serious one, guys. If you don't vote on this one, you're not being part of the community. You gotta vote on this one. They are head to head right now. That fortune takes. Okay. All right, y'all get your votes in. All right, we'll do one set of giveaways today. What do we got that's left, man? The week is almost over. We got 2 days left in the week, huh? All right. 2 days left in the month after this. Yeah, that fortune takes from bell to bell. All right, we got 2 Fun to Next Rapid accounts. We'll do that if I get 200 votes on the song. Y'all got to decide. You got to decide. Okay, 10. Okay, now there's a lead. 9, 8, 7, 6. Type in Fun to Next to enter the giveaway. 25K rapid accounts. We'll do 2 of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get your votes in. Two of my favorite songs, and it was so hard to pick, but it looks like EST is the winner. Whoa, I thought you guys were going to pick Whoosh Fan. I do like Whoosh Fan, though. Now, let me tell you guys, I'm not going to break anybody's hearts. Because one of the losing songs, we will vote back in from all the list of losing songs in this round. One final wild card to jump back into the finals, and we'll do another poll vote. We'll have to do it over the weekend because there's not enough time to do it now. So congrats. Come On, Let's Ride by Tech. Maybe I'm Wrong by Tech. Bear Market Blues by Sir Darb. Life Catchers Anonymous by She's So Fine. Market Please Don't Die Today by Tech. Rocket Scooter Emojis by Tech. EST by T6 Trader. And then we're going to have a wild card for the 8th slot between Liquidity Pocket, Let It Ride, Scooter Vibes, Unmasking Smart Money, Stock Market Wizard, Updates in Real Time, and Whoosh Fan will get a second chance for the top 8. And that's where all the big prizes are going to be, top 8. Everybody in the finals will get a prize of some magnitude. And I think everybody in Rocket Scooter in general will get something just because I love you guys. We'll have a prize for everybody, or at least a big discount or something for lifetime. Maybe we'll do that for everybody. The winners, okay, so the winners, I'm going to list the prize over the weekend. The winners will get at least lifetime. Some of the other second places or whatever I decide might be like $500 lifetime. Essentially like a huge discount. A yearly sub, 1 year free sort of thing. So lifetime's $4,000. Yearly sub is like $1,800. So that's pretty cool. We'll give away prop accounts as prizes. Everyone that made it to the finals will at least get one prop account. And then everyone in Rocket Scooter, maybe I'll do a lifetime discount just to celebrate the event. And we'll get one for Hugo. We'll help him build his confidence. Okay, I'm gonna spin the wheel. It was so crazy. Rogue of the Lamb had so many good songs. And every time it got edged out. One of the times it was his song against his song and you guys voted neither. That was the part that really got me. I was blown away by that. So that's why Rogue didn't make it into the finals, because you guys voted neither. And it was like neck and neck on the neither bear. And I remember saying something. I was like, oh my gosh, neither barely won. And it's like, well, that was the rules. But Rogue wrote the Giveaway Bonanza song that's in the finals. So at least he's top 3. I do have veto power. I did have veto power. However, him being in the giveaway in the top 3, he's already going to get top 3 prizes. So back tune trades. All right, winner number 1 and winner number 2. We do giveaways every single day on this stream. Yo, what's up, all right, guys? Congrats. Make sure you smash the like button, sub to the channel if you guys haven't subbed before. Like I said, my name is Matt. I'm the CEO of the Rocket Scooter Company. I am a live trader. I live trade futures all day, every day. I'm trading Tradeify straight to funded accounts and funded next legacy accounts. I'm also a live trader with my funded futures. I'm also a live trader with Elite Trader Funding. I'm about to be a live trader with Tradeify after another $12,000 of payouts. I've already gotten $68,000 of payouts from Tradeify in the 6 months or whatever I've been doing it. It's been a longer, slower process, but I've been taking my time with it. All right, Alexander, you're the second winner here. Congrats, sir. All right, the 2 of you that won, you need to go to my Discord. The link is in the description below. You need to go to the contest channel. You have an hour to do this. You need to message our admin there named Slacks. You need to send him a screenshot of your YouTube ID. Open your YouTube account and show from inside the account. That way we know you're you behind that account. And then you need to have an account with Funded Next 25K Rapids. We're giving you 2 of those. Rapids are great. It's 1 day to pass. That's it. 1 day to pass. And 3 days to pay out at 40% consistency. And that's it. 4 days you can get a payout. Rapids have become the most used code in Rocket Scooter by far. It is double the next used code. Rapids are y'all's favorite account now. So y'all are loving it. And so he'll hook you up with the 2 accounts. You need to have an account with Funded Next Futures already. Let him know the email ID of that account and they'll hook you up with the giveaway stuff. When's Giveaway Bonanza? On Tuesday. Giveaway Bonanza. Why was it longer payouts at Tradeify? Because at Tradeify was straight to funded. So a couple of things with Tradeify. When I started, it was payout windows of 2 times a month. So you would get like, it was like the 1st and the 3rd, and then it was like the 10th and the 13th, or like in like the 20th through the 23rd. And so if you like passed and it was 10 days of trading, right? So at the time, you have to have 10 successful days of trading. And if that landed like on day 4, then you'd have to just sit there and like wait a whole week to request a payout. It was so fucking slow. And my initial strategy was to screw the consistency over. My initial strategy was to make, for the $9,000 profit target, was to just build a buffer of about $20,000 to $25,000. Most of them ended up at 25, and then finally got my first payout. So I was getting like $2,500 days and stuff, or sorry, $5,000 days. And then what I did was I built a huge buffer for the first payout, and then after I took out the 3,000, I'd have like 22,000 left. So these I was having like $5,000 days. And essentially I got all the blow ups out of the way pretty soon. I just basically burned through them and built a buffer. And once I built the buffer, then I was basically chill there. And then for the second payout, I was making $900 per day. And then the third payout, I was making like, you know, 600 a day until I blew the consistency on some of them. And now, before I knew that you could actually set profit limits in this, I've never done prop before. Somebody told me. So all my accounts are pretty much locked in roughly close to $2,000, give or take, for consistency. So initially the goal was to make like 900 each time and 600 each time. So you guys saw me a long time ago having like tiny days. So my P&L just went like this and then sort of just did that. And the strategy was, with a buffer, there's no way I'm going to blow up the accounts for payouts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because if you're going to try to make $9,000, sorry, $4,500 in five trades with a 20-something thousand buffer, you're trying to make 900 per day, and you only blow up if you lose 20,000. It's almost impossible to blow up. Does that make sense? So my initial strategy was to go really hard, really fast, and then I don't blow up anymore. And I haven't. So that was my initial strategy. And the fact that it was 10 days to pay out, it'd take like a month sometimes just to get to the next cycle. You know, like you land here on the 4th, then you got to wait till the 10th, then you request the payout, then you get it, then it starts over. And so the asynchronous part of that was making it take a long time at the start. And then a couple months back, they changed it to 7 days. And now it's 5 days. Well, it was 5 days plus 2 flip days, and now it's 5. So now you can get your payouts twice as fast since they've changed their rules. And now I'm speeding through the end of it. But yeah. So that strategy that I did, what's different between me and you guys, what people usually do is they'll like trade, get a payout, blow up. Trade, blow up, trade, blow up, trade, blow up, trade, get a payout, blow up. Very few people get a payout, then a payout, then a payout, then a payout, then a payout from the same account. I was able to do this. I didn't have the trade, make some money, start over, blow up, start over, start over, start over, start over, make a little bit, blow up. That's not what I was trying to do. Mine was blow up, blow up, blow up, build, 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 build. Okay, good. Or blow up, build, blow up, build, 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 build. And once they all were built, then I've just been coasting on the same accounts. Cost me a whole hell of a lot less money because every payout, I'm not right near MLL. Every payout, I got such a huge fat buffer underneath me, then I have no fear blowing up. So that's actually the smartness of that kind of strategy. I teach it in the boot camp. All right. That's it. We're going to have the songwriting contest maybe twice a year. We've had 2 already. But it takes a while. Like, we give people a lot of time to write the songs and submit them. And we have a ton of new ones, which, by the way, I think there's already somebody had been telling me there's some new submissions there. I haven't seen any of the new submissions since the new cutoff, but you guys can throw songs in there now. They'll be used for the next contest. Dancing with Divergences, SK. It's Your Money Gun, Let It Go. Master Better. I love it. I haven't even seen some of the new ones. iDoc, Trapped and Along, Tonight Our Dreams Come True. Dude, there's a whole lot of songs already submitted. I haven't heard any of them yet. So all ready for the next contest. Man, you guys are awesome. So the new contest starts here. And we already have like 30, 40 songs already. There's an SK song. So my bet on MOC hopefully would have popped, but it looks like we're not doing that. This is the Bears Zone top on monthly maps. So this is where the market needs to achieve to jump bullish for Monday. MOC is market on close. It's the final descent into market close. The final price, the closing price, is set by market makers based on a bunch of factors, this being one of them. MOC is a process where if you're a hedge fund, you can, or an institution, you can submit a large order to market makers to be filled at market close at one price, at a fair single price for all your shares, and everybody gets filled at the same price. You can buy or sell. And you have to submit that order to the dealers 10 minutes before market opens is the deadline. So it gives them 10 minutes to close the market. Once they get all the buy and sell orders, only they know what the total is, and then they move the market after that to get those orders filled. They fill the longs they move the market to not those orders. Those orders are filled at the end of the day, but they move the market to the place where they think the liquidity is going to be for the best price to fill those orders. And the last 10 minutes of the day are usually going to be people exercising options, forcing the sellers to buy or sell the stock themselves. And the dealers are like navigating the bid and ask to facilitate that last minute buying to a place where they know there's a huge buyer sell imbalance. An example is there's a bunch of puts in the money and market's sort of like guiding down as people are starting to, people that sold puts are having to sell the market. And so they're pushing the market down, but the dealer's holding on to a 500,000 share buy imbalance, and they know, okay, it's liquid enough. So I'm going to hold the price here against the selling. The buyers and sellers can meet each other because it's liquid here. And so they can make that decision. The last 10 minutes is just all market makers and institutional stuff. Is there a consistency rule for funded X legacy accounts? It's 40%. Yeah. You wish you had the confidence to short the 95s. It's going to take a whole lifetime to learn how to do that. Now, because I don't want people to not compete in the next giveaway or the next song contest, if you win the next one and you already have lifetime, we'll have to get you an equivalently cool prize. It might be like you get a choice. Do you want lifetime membership or like, 10 straight to funded accounts or something, like a $4,000 equivalent prize? This weekend, I'll reorganize the Discord to like feature some of the winners and finalists. It's kind of like messy because I was doing it on the fly, but I'll try to organize it this weekend. How do you know your profit target with the consistency rule? Okay, so it's your maximum profit can't be any more than X% of your total per day, like your X% per day. Whatever your profit is per day has to be under a certain percentage of the total. So the way that you determine your final destination is you take your highest profit day multiplied by 100 divided by the consistency percent. An example is if consistency is 50 and your highest day is 3,000, 3,000 times 100 divided by 50 is 3,000 times 2, which makes it a 6,000 target. If consistency is 20% for 3,000, then it's 3,000 times 100 divided by 20, which is 3,000 times 5, which is 15,000. That's how you calculate it. Yeah, it's not the highest trade, it's per day. So if you accidentally make too much, you can lose money on purpose. There's some tricks I'm going to teach in the bootcamp how to do that. Like some of the in the bootcamp that I'm teaching, some of these really kick-ass tricks. We're going to teach in the bootcamp. Oh, all right, you guys. Well, it's Friday. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. We don't do bootcamp classes on Friday ever. But we'll see you guys Monday to finish up the Trader Funding Program Masterclass. It's going to be 2 more days, just going through that. And I'm out. This was a great trading day. I hit my limit on all the accounts, which was good. And I'm just kind of coasting through. This has been a great trading week. And yeah, very brilliant week. And I will see you guys on Monday.